CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop. CHICKEN.
Guys, the Chicken's here, back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to go over something I think is pretty important in Warships in terms of the final spot that you should kind of push for, and just give you guys an idea of what we're going to be looking at kind of heading into to next season. But first, we're going to upgrade a residence hut, because why not? I got all this gold, I got nothing to spend it on in the armory. It's kind of weird coming back over to the main base since I don't really play it too much. We got the trader. Ooh, we got an attack plan. 450 gems. I don't know if that's really worth it. But guys, make sure you're plugged in using the code CHICKEN in the shop. We get entered into that giveaway where we give $100 worth of free instant training away at the end of every 2 months. Just make sure you're using the code and let me know that you did down below in the comments. Also, if you haven't already, make sure that you, join up our Discord server. So this is for everybody to join, for just general chatter and whatever. If you want to talk to the chicken, and we got like 1,000 people in there, so it's pretty good. And if you do become a member of the channel, there's a private room within the Discord server just for channel members. You get 24/7 access to the Chicken 365 around the clock. We'll help you out with tech tree stuff or anything like that. We'll keep you up to date on the most current meta in Warships and get you guys off to a good start. It's just my way to give back to the people that choose to support the channel that are able to do so. So thank you for that. And all right, so here we go. So we're back on the circle base here, on the Chicken's parked base. So nothing too exciting on that front. Let's take a look at the leaderboard here real quick. We're still holding out. I think we're top 300-ish. We're falling not dramatically fast, but a little bit faster than I'm comfortable with, given that there's only, by the time this comes out, 12 hours-ish left in the season. So yeah, we're hanging out at 290 right now. And if we go down and we look at who's in the 500th spot, they're going to be at rank 23 with 38 stars. So that puts us in a pretty decent position to potentially finish in the top 500, but we'll see how that goes. You know, it's going to change. It's going to go up and down as it always does. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Of course, you know, as I've said the last few days, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting that top 500 finish and getting that trophy. And then, you know, next season I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to park so early. I realize it doesn't make for as exciting videos when I'm not, you know, playing Warships currently. I still try to get the best info out and stuff to you guys, but you know, it's probably not as, you know, helpful or entertaining to watch when I'm just, you know, kind of sitting here parked. So next season, if we do make the top 500 this season, next season the plan is gonna be legendary. We'll talk more about that once the season actually finishes up, but that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. So here's what I wanted to share with you guys today. So this is from Shishk and OP. It's from their tech tree planner that they do every season. So this is going to be the final spots. It's going to be your star carryover to your starting spot next season, depending on where you finished last season. So if you look at the bottom part of the image, that's going to be your rank, and then the stars with that rank. So for example, I'm at what, 24 and 9. So that's going to put me at you can see 24-0 and 24-40. So since I'm less than 24-40, but I'm above 24-0, that's going to put me at rank 13 starting for next season. So I think it's important to know, because then you can kind of take a look at what your rank is between, you know, if you're between 1860 and legendary 2. So it's good to know, because, for example, let's look at rank 13 for a sec. The bottom end of that is going to be 2320. So if you're just at 2320, you should probably park. Or if you're at 2438, for example, it's a good idea to push, because you're very close to that next limit. If you're somewhere in the middle, it's probably a good idea to just stay put, maybe test the waters out a little bit. But you know, you don't want to lose that. You don't want to, like, just be on the cusp of the next rank. Or falling off the next rank for the next season, if you don't have to be. So I think it's important to know, if you're around 23 to 24, you're safe to start in rank 13. You're going to need 2480 to get up to 14, so that's going to be that's going to be tricky for sure. But just to give, kind of a good idea of when it's a good idea to park versus when it's a good idea to stop playing. It's not necessarily something you just do for the leaderboards. It's something you can do to secure your position for the following season, to make sure that you just kind of maximize your starting position, which has proven to be so important after watching this season with the star reset and how that really screwed up a lot of guys, and how it was great for the chicken. And yeah, again, we'll talk more about that later on. I think there were some other more important factors that went into this season, other than just the star reset, but it's going to be interesting to cover that anyway. So let me know what you guys think of that down below in the comments. But yeah, so take a screen grab of this or whatever, and we'll make sure to get you started off. I'm also going to be posting like the full image in my Discord if I can get my hands on that, so help you guys out there as well if you are going to join the Discord. So let's take a look here. Hold on. Actually, no, that's fine. So we'll watch some Scarecrow's hits here as we talk about kind of the current meta and what seems to be evolving. So what has happened a lot today is we've noticed that a lot of people have kind of stagnated or fallen off a little bit because they're pushing when they don't have what's called effective tech. So if you don't have anything new to unlock that isn't either close, like if you went to 7 engines and you got the building damage or you got the troop health, then it's a great time to push right away. But it might, your window for pushing might be very short. It might be a 6 to 8 hour window, versus if you just keep pushing and playing and you haven't unlocked anything different. You've had if you have max tech, that's different, because then there's not going to be effective push times anymore. It's just everyone's kind of on the same playing field. So that's definitely something to keep in mind if you're pushing towards the end of the season and it's getting kind of grindy and you're not really having a lot of success. Then it's probably a good time to just hang it up at that point. Depending where you're at and depending what you want to do, obviously, it doesn't apply to everybody that you should necessarily stop playing. It's just if we're looking at optimizing our rank for the next season and optimizing our position on the leaderboard. So a couple things to take in mind there, but yeah, just some important things to make sure that we're doing. So yeah, what we've seen today, or more recently, I guess, is like I started saying, a lot of people falling off or just getting a little bit stagnant. That's because the tech is kind of leveling out, and there's not those effective kind of push points that we were seeing earlier on. So there's that, and it gets a little bit grindy towards the end of the season always. But it's mostly to do with tech, and I think it's just people pushing at kind of the wrong times and things like that. So definitely something to keep in mind there. But yeah, in terms of the meta, if you go back and watch yesterday's video, we covered the bases, we covered the attack strategies, we covered everything like that. We can take a look at some of the dudes on the leaderboard and see what they're running, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty well the same. Nothing's really changed, in the last couple days, because there's nothing new on the tech tree. So now I will go over a good way to attack some of the more common 7-engine bases. It's basically what we're seeing right here from Scarecrow. Heavy chopper bomber with a couple boats of seekers to pick off the open engine down on the bottom. And I believe on the Canadian leaderboard, I think, is it this guy's base or the next guy's base? Yeah, so it's exactly this one. So basically the idea is you just clear 2 or 3 heavy choppers, 3 or 4 bombers, probably 2, 3, and clear all this junk up here with the choppers and bombers. And then you come down here with your 2 boats of seekers. Make sure that you clear the mines and stuff, and you're able to hit the shock launcher with the shock bomb under the sky shield. And then from there, you're just simply flaring out. Use barrage and artillery, take down the sky shield, and then you just want to flare. It's really important to flare really early with the heavy choppers and bombers, because it is going to come down to time. From what I've been seeing, 220 to 230 is kind of the sweet spot for 70R. It's kind of funny. The 6-engine meta was a little bit harder than the 7-engine bases. I think the 7-engine bases were a little bit grindier because there was like a longer time. It was like a lot of keys to get that kind of effective tech once you got the 7th engine. But yeah, it was just the layout is so wide open. It's a little bit easier for choppers and bombers, and a little bit harder for seekers. I think. I don't think the seekers were as dominant towards the end of the season, except for some of the guys up way at the top that are seeker pros. But yeah. So let me know what you guys think of that down below in the comment section. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.